McNeil Golf Instructor, San Antonio, Texas. Father of 6, lifelong Miami Dolphin fan. Born in Maine on September 11th, lived in Indiana 30 years, and in Texas nearly 5. So in today's video, we're going to do a deeper dive into myself, my life, my family. Father of 6 kids. That's what everybody does. Me and my wife, we've been married nearly 20 years. The oldest is Elijah, 17 years old. He will be going to St. Mary's University in the fall to become a mechanical engineer. He's going on scholarship, so we are super relieved and super proud of all the hard work he's put in. But you will definitely see him in some of the videos. Abigail, my oldest daughter, 16 years old, sophomore, tremendous competitor. She's got D1 speed and wants to play college. I've already seen her in one of the videos. You'll definitely see her around in more. And third, we've got Jehu. Jehu! Nobody can say his name. It's Jehu. He is 13 years old. He'll be 14 and a freshman this fall. He's not like Structure. He just wants to play all the time, so we'll see him in some of these competitions we do. Then I've got Destiny, my redhead. Destiny is 11 years old. She loves to compete, loves to play, always has a smile on her face, whether she's, making a birdie or 4-putting on a green or hitting it out of bounds. She's got a smile on her face and is always laughing. And I've got Eve, my 5-year-old. Eve is very, very competitive, is just starting to learn how to hit the golf ball and try to practice in the backyard. She hates it. I don't make them practice, but she feels like it's really frustrating. So we work on temper and not throwing clubs and things like that at 5 years old. Then I got 2-year-old Samuel, who just wants to get in the right in the middle of everybody, and he's always running around, driving mom crazy. You'll see him in some of the videos too. But we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun as a family. So I was 13 years old. We were not in a golf family. The only person I knew that played golf was my grandfather, and I was rummaging around our garage and found my dad's old clubs from like the 70s. And me and my friend Rusty, we pulled them out, started whacking balls around. We didn't know how to grip it. We didn't know really even how to swing. We made putt-putt courses in the woods. But eventually we did go. My dad took me along with my grandfather. We went to a 9-hole course in Spencer, Indiana called Pine Woods. Pine Woods is something else. Anyways, we didn't know any better. I shot 70 the first time I was out. No, not on 18 holes, 9 holes. I lost probably 30 golf balls that day and used 10 or 15 mulligans. So the 70's probably not real true. I started out and was terrible. First and foremost, I am a person of faith, and my family is a family of faith. And it motivates everything we do as far as demanding excellence in what we do, having a quality product, integrity in what we do. I understand this is a golf channel, and I'm not going to be talking about my faith a lot, but when I do, if you're not a person of faith, it's no big deal. Feel free to skip over this and stick to the instruction parts, and the versus battles. We'll have a lot of fun. I demand excellence of myself in everything I do. I never feel like I've arrived at anything. I'm always trying to get better. Even if I give the best lesson of my life, you're only as good as your last lesson. So I feel like once you sit back and think, hey, you know what, I'm getting pretty good, that's when, somebody around the corner is competing with you and it's going to be better. I want to give people value for their money. It's an expensive game. It's an expensive sport. So always using every resource I have at my disposal. I'm connected to a lot of top instructors here in America. I'll spend time with them, share videos, go to their facilities, and just see how they're teaching. So I'm always educating myself, always learning something new, and seeing just different ways to approach, different ways to relate to students and convey that to them. I believe you have to be around greatness to truly have an understanding of what excellence is. Because I can mean well, but if I'm not around good golfers or great teachers, then the standard I set for myself is going to be very low, even though I may feel like it's high. So I challenge myself to get outside my little circle of influence, get around the best teachers in the world, be around the best players. I've been fortunate to be around former tour players, former tour major winners, former Ryder Cup captains. And the thing that I would say they all have in common is excellence. They don't do anything half-heartedly. They're hard workers and they're competitive. Oh my goodness, they're competitive at everything. I want my students to be known for being great players, and that's what motivates me. I have just an inner competitiveness, and I use that to drive me forward and become better. It's important to me and a student that my students be recognized for their character first and foremost. So how they carry themselves on the golf course, while their shoulders slumping when they hit a bad shot. Pretend you're on TV. Pretend that camera's on there. So you just three-putted. Do you want that pouty look on your face, or that, you know, disappointment, or that outburst of anger? Do you want that to be shown all over SportsCenter, all over the country? So that's really important to me. I've had some students that are very disrespectful to their parents, and I will not tolerate that. So I'll give a warning that no, you treat that adult and you treat that parent with respect, and if they don't, then they're not going to be my student anymore. I want my students being people that are respected in the community, in the golf world, for their character, for their attitudes, for their behavior and the way they treat others, as well as being great golfers. And one thing I also demand of my students is that they be hard workers. I'm very demanding as far as, you know, what it takes to become great, educating them so that they understand that. You know, everybody comes to you and says, hey, I want to be a great player. Do you know what it takes? Do you know the type of dedication and the hard work? And so if you tell me you want to be great, then I'm going to demand that of you. Now, if you just tell me you just want to get a little bit better, that's fine. You know, we'll meet you where you're at. But if you want to be great, then you better have a drive to be great. You better have an obsession with becoming better. You cannot be okay with, you know, I haven't picked up the clubs in 3 days. That is unacceptable if you desire greatness. You know, I try to raise the level when they come in of what's possible, but also, you know, get them excited about a dream. Try to chase down Tiger Woods. My trip to the Masters in 2018. So you can see my giant flag back here that I picked up down there. And it's still in the plastic just because I want to preserve that. But in 2018, one of my good friends, former player, gave me a ticket and also a clubhouse pass, and drove me down Magnolia Lane, which is the players only entrance. Tickets are hard to come by, but not only that, but clubhouse pass is just unheard of. And I was able to eat in the clubhouse. ESPN's reporters, CBS, all those guys were in there. I ate next to Tommy Fleetwood. We chatted a little bit, but I mean, it wasn't like, you know, we were catching up as old friends. It was just, how you doing? Hope you play well this week, and so it was really cool. And the coolest thing I did was use the phone inside the clubhouse to call my wife and say hey, because there's no cell phones allowed on the grounds. You could take a digital camera in on the Tuesday that I went in, but no cell phones, so no outside communication. But I had to use that phone in there, and then I went into the players' parking lot. I saw Indiana native Fuzzy Zeller there, shook hands with him, talked to him for a little bit. It was a fantastic experience. I'm gone. You should definitely go. I love to have fun with my students and with my kids. So that's what you're going to see on this channel. You're going to see a lot of fun competitions. One club challenge, versus. You've already seen the versus with me and my daughter. We're going to do a lot more of those because we love to compete and love to have fun. And first and foremost, this is a game. This is a game. You know, don't ever forget that. The reason you started playing this was because it was, before we started this channel, we wished we'd had a camera on there, you know, for our highlights and also the low lights. So we're gonna keep it real, and we're gonna put some stuff on there that hopefully will interest you. Definitely let us know in the comments on any of our videos if there's something that we've done that you love or something that you wish we would do. But stay tuned, there should be some exciting stuff coming up on the channel. Thanks for watching the video today. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about myself and my family, also what to expect in the channel coming up. Click up here to subscribe. Also let me know what you thought in the comments below. We'll see you next time.